All right, good morning. We're going to go ahead and start with more love, more power. More love, more power, more you in my life. More love,
Good morning and welcome to Unity of Tallahassee. We are wonderfully happy that you are here. We're here to open our hearts, quiet our minds, and welcome the peace. And I would like you to say the opening statement with me. It is in your bulletin if you need it. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. I'm going to invite Kathy to come read the daily word.
Okay, today's daily word is zeal. I bring my zeal and passion to life. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore wrote in his 94th year, I fairly zizzle with, with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. His example shows me that regardless of my age or station in life, zeal is a divine gift, a part of me, always mine to call upon. Through it, I feel enthusiastic and energetic about life. I express joy and excitement as I live, love, and share of myself through service. I am purposeful, passionate, and positive. I live authentically and make a bold impression on the world. I share my talents and gifts with a spirit of generosity and service. I begin each day with eagerness and end with gratitude, happy to share my zeal. And from Psalms 100, verse 2, worship the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. So once again, our word for today is zeal. And I'll say the affirmation and then you can repeat it with me. I bring my zeal and passion to life. Together? I bring my zeal and passion to life. Thank you.
Now please turn to hymn 356, I've Got Peace Like a River. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, never mind. I. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like a mountain. I've got love like a mountain. I've got love like a mountain in my soul. I've got love like a mountain. I've got love like a mountain. I've got love like a mountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. All right. Greet each other with peace, love, and joy.
Okay. I'm open for hugs. How are you today? Doing good? I want another hug.
Good morning again.
How you doing? Good. All right. So now my friend is next to her. Yes.
Okay, we're going to send the children on their way. If you'll help me with our special blessing. Okay, keep talking. Just do it. All right, put your hands together, rub that energy, and put them up. Here we go. You are loved, special, and important to us. And now we're going to sing. Some announcements. The first one is there anyone visiting with us for the first time who would like to give you a visitor's packet? If you just raise your hand.
There's another Avery right here, and there's an Emma and a Harper.
Maxine's going to give you a visitor's packet, and thanks for being here with us. Over there, yeah, there you go. Okay, choir rehearsal is on Mondays at 7 o'clock right here in the sanctuary if you would like to join. There is a musician singer named John Springer coming on the 15th, and we will be visited by a new candidate for our ministerial position on the 22nd of February. So 2 really important dates to remember to come and join us. And then on March 7th, we're having our grand reopening party. So put all those things on your calendar, and there will be more information coming in the flash and in your bulletin. March 7th.
And then Bill's coming the next day to speak. He's gonna be here for the party, so y'all gotta be here for that.
On the back table, there are daily words and prayer request forms, membership enrollment, all kinds of things. Go back there and check out everything. Take anything that you would like to. All the material is there for all of us to use. And make sure you go through that door and check out the many, many books on those shelves. Those are all for anyone to take and read. Bring back if you want, keep if you want. There are lots of them to choose from. It's called our Lending Library. Marla is still collecting things for Grace Mission. There's a box out there in the hallway for you to add to if you'd like to. And everyone is welcome to come have refreshments in the cafe before and after service every week. Please come enjoy that. In there on a table in the cafe is a service volunteer book. If you can put your name on any of the pages that sound appealing to you, that would be great. And then Judy has something that she would like to say to us.
We are starting, Callie and I are starting a youth group. It's for kids 18 to 30. And it's gonna be under the auspices of Unity, Next Generation Unity. We're gonna meet here today because the weather says we can't meet at the Indian Mounds. But it's the beginning time, and there's some kids that are here now that are gonna be coming to it. But if y'all know somebody that wants to just check it out, and we're gonna form today what we're gonna be doing, because we don't really know, it's what the group decides, but this is what I want. We're gonna work on healing ourselves, healing the world, doing some kind of service project, and having fun, because I won't do it if it ain't fun. So, and kids are fun. So anyway, yeah, just think about it. We're just starting it now, but just have them, y'all can get my number if you want, and let me know, and I'll talk to them. These kids are in. Are y'all in? They're in. Yeah, we're in. We're in. Yes.
All right, Laurel's gonna play some
I have a little tickle in my throat, so. We have fallen down again tonight. In this world, it's hard to get it right. Trying to make your heart feel like love. What you need is love, love, love. Everybody wants to love. Everybody wants to be loved. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody wants to love. Everybody wants to be loved. Oh, 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 oh. Happy is the heart that still feels pain. Darkness drains and light will come again. Swing open up your chest and let it in. Just let the love, love, love begin. Everybody wants to love. Everybody wants to be loved. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody wants to love. Everybody wants to be loved. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody knows the love. Everybody holds the love. Everybody folds for love. Everybody feels the love. Everybody steals the love. Everybody heals with love. Just let the love, love, love begin. Everybody wants to love. Everybody wants to be loved. Oh,
meditation now. If everyone would be willing to just take some deep breaths with me. We do 3 all together, in through your nose and out through your mouth, nice and slow. Settle into your body, letting the chair support you and the floor hold you up. There's nowhere else to be right now. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Keep taking slow, steady, deep breaths through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Notice your body. If you are holding tension, release. Gently loosen each part one at a time. Just allow the release. Release is not giving up, it is choosing to stop carrying what is not meant to hold you down. With each breath, cast your worries away. Silently say to yourself, I release. Picture your burdens resting elsewhere. Let them go. Fall into your loving, steady, peaceful presence. You are not alone. Repeat to yourself, I no longer need to hold on. Trust to carry this release as ease, clarity, and peace. Feel that chest soften and your breath deepen. You are enough. Notice this presence of release. Feeling lighter and quieter and more open. Wiggle your fingers and toes and bring your awareness back to this room. And before Judy Light comes up to speak, let's sing the Alleluia song. It's number 30 in your hymnal if you need it.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
mindful about the mic. How's that, Dawn? Thank you. I'm learning mindfulness. Good morning, everyone. Who in here has chosen a word for 2026? A couple people? Okay. I've done that occasionally over the years. I don't make it a regular practice. And it crossed my mind in December, but I didn't think anything about it. Then one day a word chose me. And that was the word relaxation or relax. And as soon as it popped into my head, into my awareness, I said, oh, that's my word for 2026. I knew that exactly. But I wasn't thinking of making it a topic for a talk because the word chose me, and I thought, well, it's not necessarily going to be interesting to everyone, you know, until I started doing research on what different spiritual teachers say about relaxation and relax. And I came across Michael Singer's podcast, free podcast on YouTube, and I listened to it. I was inspired to listen to it. And I always follow my cues for inspired action. In it, he said, learning to relax. Oh, the title of it was Your Highest Technique. Your highest technique, relaxing behind your disturbance. But he said that relaxing behind your inner disturbance, which we create, is not an optional course. It's not an elective. It's a required course in our life in which we learn to stop creating the inner disturbance and choose to relax instead. I said, okay, I can do this. But anyway, that was my clear message, that I am to share my word with you. And if you're ready for less struggle, less inner disturbance, and more ease and more peace of mind in your life, then this is a message for you too. But I'm going to begin by sharing my experience, or rather my non-experience with relaxation. I actually am all for relaxing. I love to relax. I'm not against it a bit. It's just that I hadn't made much time for it in my life. And I hadn't made it a top priority. You know, except for maybe brief moments like the nice meditation you did and things like that. Hadn't made it a top priority. Up until that time, I probably would have described myself as a person who doesn't sit still much, who has a short attention span, who is often easily distracted, and I tend to walk fast. I noticed even this morning when I was coming in and going out in my car, I started walking fast, and I caught myself being mindful and slowed down a little bit. Slowed down a little bit. It just takes practice, 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 and awareness is our first step. So, not much relaxation in all that I just said to you, was there? No, And because I'm also interested in experiencing so much in my life, I have a long bucket list. I tended to pack so much in every day and rush from thing to thing without much break in between. Can anyone relate? I see some nodding heads. Okay. But looking back, I can now see that my God within, my inner being, and my body were both trying to get my attention, and had been for a while, right? But I was too busy packing everything in. I have a friend that I see on a regular basis. We go out to lunch, and every time we do, he reminds me, Judy, slow down, breathe, be mindful. And I do for a little bit until I get back into my habit, right? We have habits. And then my massage therapist, every time I go see her, she says, oh my goodness, your neck, your shoulders, and your upper back are so very tight. And she would say that every time I came. And I could feel the soreness in it. And then I started recently, a friend told me about someone that was helping her a lot, and I started brain neurofeedback training sessions. And the first time they tried to do a brain map on me, I was told that they couldn't get a good reading because my body was too tense. Now, I had no idea my body was tense. I thought, I'm just sitting here, you know? I'm just sitting here. But so I could get another brain map that they could read, they gave me breathing exercises. And every night for 5 minutes, I was to do 4 breaths, slow, deep breaths in, and 6 slow, deep breaths out. And I started doing that, and I've been doing that faithfully every night, and also when I catch myself being stressed, and any other time I think about it during the day, I've been doing that breathing. But what a difference that has made for me in helping me to relax more, to be more aware of my body, and to be in the present moment more, all of which are very beneficial, very beneficial. And the feedback that I had been getting about the tightness in my body sparked my desire to learn how to do it all differently, how to relax. I am becoming more aware of when I'm creating inner disturbance since I've listened to Michael Singer's podcast, and I've listened to it about 5 times now. Sometimes just in pieces because I think it's an hour long, sometimes the whole thing. But Singer says that our job in life is to be. He didn't say do, it's to be, and to experience what is in front of our face. Now, moment by moment, life unfolds, and there's always something new in front of our face to experience. He says there's nothing complicated about simply being and experiencing. Nothing complicated, but we humans add a complication that he calls inner disturbance. We add that complication. And inner disturbance is not caused by what's in front of our face, by the events that life brings it. No, it's caused by our reactions to the events. And you all know that. And we just keep reminding each other till we really get it, And most importantly, we need to know that the disturbance is optional. We don't have to be doing that. Life moves energy through us all the time. It can be a comment, a sound, a thought, a memory. The disturbance isn't what happened, what life brought to us. The disturbance occurs when what happened triggers fear and resistance in us, and then we tighten up and resist. Yeah? He said the highest technique we can use to, when we notice the inner resistance, is to choose to relax. It's our choice. Yet most of us humans have been conditioned totally opposite. When we feel discomfort, we often want to run, avoid it at all costs, resist it, or take action and change something out here, outside our life, right? Changing things outside only brings temporary relief at best, yet so many humans do it over and over and over again. If our problem is inside, the solution cannot be found outside. It's all within us. Everything is within us. Once you get that, you instantly see the insanity of trying to fix things outside to get rid of the inner disturbance. It reminds me of the quote, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? We all know that, I'm sure. What if we bring our body into this required course that Michael Singer speaks of? Bring our body into it. I love my body out a lot, but no more. Our body reacts to an event that triggers inner disturbance by having fearful thoughts related to past experience or the imagined future. Shoulders lift and tighten, jaws clench, breathing shortens, stomach knots up. And yet, we usually try to fix the mind or our thoughts before or while the body is still braced, while the body is still tense. Relaxation is a spiritual practice. Yet it begins in the body. It begins in the body. Relaxing the body is an act of faith and an act of trust. Alan Cohen says that fear and faith cannot coexist in the same place at the same time. The antidote to fear is not to resist it or not to push our way through it. The antidote is to tap into a deeper knowing, a knowing that's deeper than the level at which the fear is at. And that deep place is inside each and every one of us, right inside you. And our role is to relax into it, beginning with relaxing the body. Now, this explains why Singer said the key is relaxation, because we are not able to effectively tap into that deep place of inner knowing or to tap into our spiritual powers that Charles Fillmore has described, one of which is faith. That's the power for this month. One of which is faith. And then we can't live the life we are destined to live when we're physically uptight and stressed and resistant and fearful. Now, here's some things that happen when we relax. We stop resisting life. We just allow it to unfold. We stop bracing against danger that isn't present, that is in our imagination. We allow life energy to flow through us, not get stuck in here. And we align with divine mind. Relaxation brings to mind one of Jesus' sayings, and I'd like you to say it with me. Peace, be still. Again, peace, be still. And three's a charm. Peace, be still. All right. And here are some things that happen when we do relax. I said that. Okay. Here's what happens when we don't relax. Energy gets stuck in our body, and our health can get adversely affected. Our negative reactions resurface, and we replay the same patterns. Why is this happening to me again? We're the common denominator. And we think we're responding to the now moment, but what we're doing is reacting from past experience. Reacting from past experience. Unity would say we are re-energizing old states of consciousness that are no longer for our good. No longer for our good. So the practice I invite you into today is not fixing, it's not bypassing, it's not suppressing. It's simply noticing the inner disturbance. Noticing the inner disturbance, choosing to first consciously relax your body, starting with your breathing, lowering your shoulders, loosening your jaw, relaxing your jaw, softening your belly, and letting the energy pass through you and out. And you can do this by feeling the feelings. We don't want to feel our negative feelings a lot, but feeling them, just feeling how they feel in our body, and trusting God, we can feel them and they move on through. And then we follow our intuition, our inner guidance, our gut feeling, whatever you want to call it. We're always being guided. And I also encourage you to listen to Michael Singer's free YouTube podcast entitled Your Highest Technique relaxing behind your inner disturbance. What works for me to relax after I've already done the body things, when I notice the inner disturbance, is focusing on things I'm grateful for. If I'm alone, I'll speak them aloud. I do that when I'm driving a lot. I'll talk my gratitudes out loud. I have a gratitude journal that I keep, but just making that a practice. When it's not too cold, I like to walk barefoot in the grass or on the ground, or stand, even stand, till an ant gets my toe, and then I just move to another spot of, another spot of ground. Hugging or touching a tree. You don't even have to go for a full hug. Some of them have a kind of rough bark. But touching a tree calms you, relaxes you. And then genuinely laughing. I'm getting so much better at laughing at myself. Well, maybe not laughing with myself, being aware of my inner disturbances. So that helps too. Even with a laugh, you can fake it till it starts getting real, you know. And relaxing isn't something you do just once a day, or not even just when you notice the inner disturbance. Relaxing is something that you want to build into being a natural, free-flowing part of you, a habit, right? Because our habit now is to get stressed. Now we're going to build a new habit. And there are many practices that I know many of you do already, just like the meditating and the singing and the chanting and the sound healing and forgiveness and yoga. Yes, yoga, yes, definitely yoga. Where's June? And I share some suggestions for making relaxation a regular part of your day. In the morning, before you get out of bed, just do a little breathing exercise. I do 5 times of that. Breathe in for 4 seconds, breathe out for 6 seconds. So you can do 5 and 7. You can do what works for you. And then put one hand in your heart, one hand on your belly, and say, nothing is required of me right now. And then just consciously relax your body. I mean, you might want to do a little stretch like the kitty cats and dogs do. They know naturally, don't they, to do that. Do a little stretch. And think of letting the day come toward you instead of you racing toward it. Because that puts you into a receptive tone rather than a task or mode, receptive mode rather than a task mode. Make a big difference. And then throughout the day, do some little breathing, exhaling a little bit longer than you inhale, just whenever you think about it, and say, where am I tightening? Notice that, and then just relax each of those places. I know when I'm on my computer and I remember to be aware, it's always my shoulders are up, you know? I never noticed it before until I practiced being more mindful of my body. And then before you go to sleep, instead of reviewing what you did or didn't do during the day, just say, today was lived. I am grateful for the journey of this day. That's it. No judgment, no grading, no improvement plan, just acknowledgement and gratitude. Now let's look at how relaxation partners with some of our spiritual powers that Charles Fillmore described. It doesn't replace any of our spiritual powers, it harmonizes them. It gives relaxed direction to our power of will. We still get to choose. There's just no strain with it. It's not difficult. Will becomes aligned with our inner being, with God within, instead of effortful. We set our intentions and we let life carry them throughout the day. And if there's any action for us to take, it's not the shoulds, the have-tos, or the musts. It's the inspired action that comes from our inner being. And that's the kind of action that you can't not take because it feels good. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. Then relaxation gives gentle insight to our power of understanding. Rather than figuring things out, we trust and allow that understanding and clarity will come to us. Now, I was raised to figure things out. My son finally has stopped saying that. My daughter catches herself. But they got that from me because they heard me say it a lot, I'm sure. Trust and allow. And relaxation gives our power of order and organic flow. It teaches us that divine order isn't rigid. It's responsive. Divine order is responsive. Relaxation gives our power of love unconditional presence. It allows us to love without self-sacrifice. We can love more freely because we haven't overextended ourselves, which I found myself doing a lot last year. Relaxation gives our power of life vital ease because our vitality increases when we stop pushing against life and pushing against ourselves. We're trying to follow what somebody outside is telling us we should do. Relaxation gives our power of life vital ease because our vitality, well, that's what I just said. Relaxing doesn't reduce, hey, maybe I was supposed to just say that. Okay, just say it again. That's what I was just told. Okay, relaxation gives our power of life vital ease because our vitality increases when we stop pushing against life and pushing against ourselves, when we're following the shoulds, the have-tos, and the musts. Yeah, that's why I said it again. Relaxing doesn't reduce aliveness, it restores it. It restores it. And what we need on this planet is more people who come alive, right? From that quote I shared last month. Relaxation activates our power of release through effortless and easy letting go. Instead of actively letting go, we simply stop holding onto. And then we all of a sudden realize that what we intended to release is gone. We're not holding on to it anymore. And the spiritual rewards when we choose to consciously relax are many. We're in the present moment. In the present moment. No past, no future. And we recognize and or reclaim our power that we've given away and start using it again. We respond instead of react. We let ourselves experience peace inside unconditionally. That means no matter what's going on out here, we can experience peace inside, which makes us much more effective in bringing peace to the world. And then feeling a sense of all is wellness. All is well. Feeling free and then raising our level of consciousness and our frequency and our vibration. But choosing to relax is not being passive. It's not avoidance. It's not being lazy like many of us might have been taught. It's a powerful act of spiritual trust. And learning to relax behind the inner disturbance is demonstrating spiritual mastery. And deep relaxation also rewards us with improved health and overall well-being, improved emotional health, and an open, loving heart, improved mental health, mental clarity, and peace of mind. All that from relaxing. building that into your life. And the practice of relaxation aligns beautifully with unity teachings. It reinforces that we are not our thoughts. We are not our reactions. We are the awareness behind them, that watches them, that observes them. And spirit flows freely through a relaxed vessel. Flows freely through it. Our guidance flows freely. Our joy flows freely. Our zeal, as Charles Fillmore says. And I'm so grateful for the benefits that just this month I've already been getting from relaxing. I believe that it is not necessarily about doing less, although I am finding out that that is happening for me without my intending, without my trying to make it happen, yeah. Doing less. But for me, it's about releasing the invisible pressure I've put on myself even when I do things that I love. And I'm also becoming aware that relaxation has come to remind me that my being has always been enough. I don't have to earn my worth through efforting. Can I get an amen? Yeah. And I trust that relaxation will allow my creativity to flow with less resistance, no resistance, eventually, more ease, more playfulness, and more joy. Got to add that playfulness in there. And that fun, Judy, right? Okay. And my relationships will feel lighter because I'll no longer carry a responsibility for anyone else's experience, especially my kids. Oh, yeah. Was that a deep breath I saw you take? Whew, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Also, relaxation invites us to experience how much life responds to us positively without our having to push or make anything happen, try to make anything happen, right? Life reacts positively to us. And it can teach us that when we soften, things we want will still happen in our lives. They'll just be more joyful and probably a lot better than we could have ever imagined. Yes. Relax, yeah. Not everything in our lives needs our tending and our supervision, and not any micromanaging. I'm glad I can inspire some laughs out there about all this. We can laugh at and with ourselves, right? Yeah. Some things bloom quicker and more beautiful when we step back. Relaxation says nothing is late, nothing is behind, everything's in divine order, everything's in divine timing, and it teaches us to have confidence in the divine unfolding of life, to trust that. Relaxation invites us to live inside our bodies with more kindness and less correction. Our bodies need to be befriended, nurtured, honored, respected, loved. That's my main healing process, is to say, I love you, body. I love every cell in this body. And then I'll go through my organs. I love you, heart. I love you, liver. I love you, bones. And just pat. That's another relaxing thing. Just love on your body. And also, our bodies need to be trusted. They have great healing power if we just get our limited thinking out of the way, right? Our fear out of the way. And relaxation shows that we don't have to hold everything together. Things are held together pretty well by love and grace of God and Spirit. And I started to say by life, but life often has things fall apart which we sometimes misinterpret as this is bad. But what it's doing is things have to fall apart sometime so they can come back together at a whole new higher level. And relaxation helps us to enjoy our lives more. I love what Abraham Hicks says. Life is supposed to be fun, right, Judy? Yes. How many agree? Life is supposed to be fun. Yes, yes, yes. And our job, I won't even say job because that sounds like work, doesn't it? Our role is to enjoy it. Enjoy it. And relaxation isn't asking us to change who we are. It's asking us to let go of resisting being who we truly are. Remember that life is always going to move energy through us. The question is not whether we will feel it. The question is, will we tighten and brace against it, or will we relax and trust and allow it to flow? Have you ever had someone say to you, relax, and it caused an inner disturbance in you? Yeah. Yes. So I've done that many times, yeah. So instead, what you can do is we can always change our perception of something, right? So instead of seeing it as a command or an instruction, see it as an invitation, a reminder to do what is going to benefit you so highly. Because that other person just said that to you because they are not relaxed. And so just have some compassion for them. And let's close with a couple of, well, three. I love three, it's a charm. Repeat after me affirmations. I'll say it once and then repeat it with me. As I relax my body, my mind becomes peaceful. As I relax my body, my mind becomes peaceful. I trust the flow of life unfolding through me now. I trust the flow of life unfolding through me now. I relax and life supports me. Relax and life supports me. And so it is.
We're going to do the offering now. In your bulletin is the statement if you don't remember it or don't know it. So together, please. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all I am, all I have, all I give, and all I receive.
Please feel free to sing along on the chorus. Imagine there's no heaven. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No fire below us, above us only heaven. Imagine all the people living for today. Ooh, imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Ooh, you may say I'm dreaming, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm dreaming, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Mother, Father God, thank you for all the gifts and the givers, the blessings that have been given today and throughout all of our time. Amen. Amen. So before we circle up and do our ending, Earl is going to come and help us through how to participate in the burning bowl.
Thank you very much for a perfect introduction to the burning bowl ceremony. Relaxation is a lot of what it's about. Letting go. That's right, I am a little bit taller than you, aren't I? Just a little bit. Smitcher, you can come on up and pull your chair up. I'm going to say just a few things about burning bowl ceremony. There are a few people here who have not done it before. And while we're lining up and going out and burning some pieces of paper, I have a couple right in here, just like this. If you fold it up like this, and just put it right at the edge of the fire, it will burn very nicely. I'm hoping that nature will cooperate because we've had a big problem in trying to keep the flame going out there. It keeps getting blown out. But Spencer is an Eagle Scout, and I taught him how to make fire. So I better be able to get that fire going for you all, which I will do in just a few moments. Let me share with you a perspective that I bring to the burning bowl ceremony. It's about thinking about the future.
Microphone.
I'm a futurist. I've taught students to think about the future, carefully about the future for a long time. Nobody can foretell the future, but we can learn to think better about the future, more carefully. I created a course at FSU called Future Studies. And we study a lot of different things. We study about ways to make the future a little bit better. What are desirable futures and what are the strategies that can lead us in those directions? What are undesirable futures and what are the things that we need to do to avoid those from happening? Same thing applies to ourselves in our personal lives. One of the things that I have students study is long-range forecasts made by experts. Studies of populations, whether they will grow or whether they'll decline, will they become older or younger, will they become more diverse or less diverse? We study long-range economic forecasts. Will economies become wealthier or poorer? Will fewer people hold on to more and more of the wealth, or will it be widely shared and therefore more social cohesion and peacefulness? We study new technologies. New technologies always have a duality to them. They can be used for good or for bad. When people discovered bronze, they could use it to make implements of war or implements of peace for farming. AI is very much that way, and we spent a lot of time talking about AI. We study when those forecasts went wrong. Sometimes they're pretty accurate, but sometimes they're really wrong, way off the mark. And all these different kinds of forecasts in all these different areas, my students discover, have one cause of big error. And you know what that cause is? The failure to question their own underlying assumptions. Hanging on to beliefs, to thoughts, to ideas that keep us from understanding reality as it is today. Thinking about those things, what are the things that keep us from understanding the reality of who we really are? Who are we really? That's what unity is about. Discovering who we really are. My field is public administration. I've spent a full career teaching it. We teach a lot of different things, how to read financial statements, how to avoid information systems from being hacked, things like that. But the single most important thing that we try to teach our students is about democracy. And it is the responsibility of every public servant to behave in ways and make governments work in ways that increase the trust that our fellow students, our fellow citizens have in government. That's our responsibility. So I've read a lot about the origins of democracy. The origins of democracy are mostly from ideas that people were saying, writing back in the 1600s and 1700s. Those ideas, especially the freedom to think for ourselves, are very much a part of the origins of unity. One of the persons who I ended up reading was somebody who surprised me a bit. You've heard of him, a guy named Sir Isaac Newton. A few people have heard of him. Probably one of the two greatest minds in scientific history, along with Einstein. What I didn't know about Einstein, you know, he did a few things like inventing calculus and inventing most of what I had to learn in my first physics course. What I didn't know about Newton was that he spent more of his life with this great mind studying theology, studying scriptures. And he was once asked to summarize what he had learned. And he wrote about a 4-page essay. And you know what he started it with? Quotations from Jesus about love. And what he summarized was this, 3 words. For God is love. Yeah. 3 centuries later, Charles Fillmore writes these words. This is a quote from Fillmore. God is love. Have we heard that before? In the soul of man, God's wealth of love finds its expression. What is it about our lives that is keeping us from finding the reality of God's presence within us? Or the reality of God's loving presence, divine love within us? Those are the things that we need to be thinking about and putting behind us. So if you will, take out your pieces of paper, write down a few words. It doesn't have to be a big essay. We're not giving you a big piece of paper because we don't want to have a whole lot of fire around this place. And yes, I do have a hose running right up next to where we're going to have the fire right now. Just think of the few words. Anger, fear, envy, timidity, reluctance. Think of the things that might be holding you back from realizing who you are, who we all are. We possess within us that divine source of love. Finding that divine source of love is what this ceremony is designed to help us think about. So Spencer, I'm going to go outside and try to light the fire. I've got 3 different lighters, so I think something is going to work. If you could, Spencer, whenever you want. I'm going to be going outside. Spencer will play the flute a bit. If you need more papers, we have some in the back. Irene, could you help? anyone does not have a piece of paper, we will get it to you. When you've written the words on your paper, just file a single line out here and drop it in the bowl.
And then come back in and circle up.
First circle up.
After you burn your paper, come in and we'll make our circle. Thank you.
We're gonna make a circle.
Do we have covers for our spigots for when it's hard freeze?
No, but I could get some.
You know what I'm talking
Like
about,
Lowe's,
those foam things you put on there?
I can write that down.
Yeah. The spigot is it's easier to just fill it.
No, all three are in. Yeah, we'll be rolling. I gave mine to Earl.
I was like, that's really good for 40 something there. Oh, really? Good. Thank you. That was good. I didn't want to disturb you.
No.
How are you?
To find out.
Oh, Julie, I forgot. Julie. Is your son pretty? You want me to?
Come circle up. So yes, we need like this. 50 billion. It's going fast. That side's fine too. Some people like so bad.
we're parties. Listen, just want to say real quick,